Welcome to channel Madam Wong again. Today we are going to discuss Chapter 4 Consumer Mathematics, Taxation, Self-Practice 4.1c, Question 1, 2, 3, and 4. Question number 1. Calculate the chargeable income based on the information given. First, you must know what is chargeable income. Individual income tax to be paid is calculated based on the amount of chargeable income. Chargeable income can be obtained by using the equation total annual income minus tax exemption minus tax relief. 1A. Total income 89,340. Tax exemption 2,500. Tax relief 11,000. What is the chargeable income? The total income 89,340 minus tax exemption 2,500 and minus also tax relief 11,000 equals 75,840. Okay, look like quite simple, right? Okay, now we try to answer B. Now the total income is 76,000. So we use the same formula. Chargeable income equals total income 76,000 minus tax exemption 8,250 and minus tax relief 15,340 equals 52,410 ringgit. Okay, now we try to answer C. Total income 68,210. Tax relief individual 9,000. Life insurance and EPF limited to 7,000. So here RM 6,250. Medical insurance limited to 3,000 ringgit, but here more than 3,000. So how to count the chargeable income? First, total income 68,210 minus tax relief individual 9,000, life insurance 6,250, and also medical insurance because limited to 3,000, so only can minus 3,000. Equals 49,960 ringgit. Okay, D. Chargeable income is total income 113,421 ringgit minus tax relief individual 9,000 Life insurance and EPF limited to 7,000. So here, even though we have 11,420, we can minus 7,000. Education insurance limited to 3,000. So minus 2,400. So chargeable income equals 95,021 ringgit. After we learn how to calculate the chargeable income, now we are going to learn how to calculate the income tax payable for each of the following by taking into consideration tax rebate if eligible. So now, what is the meaning tax rebate? Tax rebate is given to reduce tax to be paid. There are two types of tax rebate, namely, tax rebate of 400 ringgit will be given to taxpayer if the chargeable income does not exceed 35,000, subject to change. The second one, the amount of zakat or fitrah paid by Muslim citizens. Without wasting time, let us count the income tax payable for each of the following. To calculate the income tax, we need to refer to the table. This table is individual income tax rate for assessment year of 2020. Okay, so for question 2A, chargeable income 108,630 ringgit. So we refer to this one. Okay, the amount is between 100,000 won to 250,000. So we refer to this one on the first 1,000 ringgit. The tax is 10,900. For the next 150,000 is the rate is 24%. So now tax on the first 100,000. So what is the amount here? 10,900. After that, we count the tax on the next balance. Okay, so the chargeable income is RM 108,630. So the chargeable income minus the first 100,000 just now, and you know the tax on the next balance must times how many percent? Based on the table is 24%. So you know 24% also is, if you write it in fraction, is 24 over 100. Okay, so tax on the next balance is 2,071 ringgit 20 cents. So now, got any eligible rebate? No, right? Because the chargeable income is more than 35,000 and no zakat, right? So, income tax equals here 10,900 plus tax on the next balance 2,071 ringgit 20 cent. So the total income tax is 12,971 ringgit 20 cent. Question number 2b, taxable income 28,440. So now again, before we calculate the income tax, first we need to refer to the table 28,440. Okay, so for in here, right? 20,000, 1 to 35,000. Okay, so first we must find the tax on the first 20,000. All I know is first 20,000, you refer to here on the first 20,000. So what is the tax? 150 ringgit. After this, we find the tax on the next balance. Okay, how to count it? Okay, so we must count the balance. Okay, so the chargeable income is 28,440. So you write first. Okay, minus, just now tax on the first 20,000 counted already, right? So minus 20,000. Refer to the table again. What is the rate? It is 3%. So you times 3% or 3 over 100 also can. Okay, so you obtain 8,440 times 3%, and the tax on the next balance is RM 253 ringgit 20 cent. Okay, now we must check whether got eligible rebate or not. Okay, so now you look at the chargeable income. The chargeable income is not exceed 35,000. So if the chargeable income does not exceed 35,000, you have the tax rebate of 400 ringgit. So here, okay, so now we count for the income tax. So the first 20,000 is 150 ringgit plus tax on the next balance is 253 ringgit 20 cent, and we minus the tax rebate 400 ringgit. So equals 403 ringgit 20 cent minus 400 ringgit equals 3 ringgit 20 cent. Question number 2C. Taxable income 35,270 ringgit and zakat 500 ringgit. Okay, so still remember first step, we refer to the table. Okay, 35,270. Okay, we refer to this line, right? Okay, first we find the tax on the first 35,000 ringgit. Okay, what is the amount? Yeah, refer to here. RM 600. After that, we count the tax on the next balance. But how to count it? The taxable income is 35,270 ringgit. So you write down first the amount. And this will minus tax here. Tax on the first 35,000 just now counted already. So you must minus this to find the next balance. Okay, don't forget times the rate. Okay, what is the rate for the next balance? 8%. Okay, so you will obtain 21 ringgit 60 cent. Count the income tax, then you must determine got any tax rebate or not. So for this one, for this question, we have eligible rebate for zakat, which is 500 ringgit. Okay, so now we count the income tax. Tax on the first 35,000 is 600. Tax on the next balance is 21 ringgit 60 cent and minus the eligible rebate 500 ringgit. Okay, so income tax equals 121 ringgit 60 cent. Okay, 2D, taxable income 52,394 ringgit, zakat 1,250. Okay, first refer to the table. This amount 52,394 fall on this. The taxable income from 50,000 to 70,000. So the amount on the first 50,000 is 1,800 ringgit. Tax on the next balance. According to the table here, chargeable income is 52,394 ringgit. So minus 50,000 times how many percent? Refer here, 14%. So equals RM 2,394 times 14% equals RM 335 ringgit 16 cents. Okay, before we count the income tax, still remember what we need to determine. We need to determine whether got tax rebate or not. So for this one, we have the tax rebate for zakat. Eligible rebate equals 1,250. Now count for the income tax. Okay, so RM 1,800 plus RM 335 ringgit 16 cents minus the tax rebate RM 1,250 equals RM 885 ringgit 16 cents. Question number 3. Puan Aisha had a total annual income of 61,593 ringgit in year 2020. The total tax relief claimed by her was 14,320. She paid zakat amounting to 700 ringgit that year. Calculate the income tax payable by Puan Aisha. Okay, so now annual income $61,593. Total tax relief 14,320. Before we calculate the income tax payable by Puan Aisha, we need to find the chargeable income. For income, still remember the formula. Total income 61,593 ringgit minus the tax relief 14,320 ringgit. Chargeable income equals 47,273 ringgit. The chargeable income, we can start to count the income tax. Okay, so you still need to refer to this table. Okay, so the chargeable income 47,273. So this amount is here, is in between. Now we calculate the tax on the first 35,000 is 600. So we just write down. After we find the tax on the first 35,000 from the table, okay, so we need to find the tax on the next balance. To find it, taxable income 47,273 ringgit minus, because this one counted already 35,000, so we minus it. Okay, multiply the rate. The rate for the tax on the next balance is 8%. Tax on the next balance equals 981 ringgit 84 cents. Okay, after that, you determine got any tax rebate or not. She pays zakat amounting to 700 that year. So tax rebate is 700 ringgit. So now we count for the income tax. First 35,000 is 600 ringgit. Plus the tax on the next balance is 981 ringgit 84 cents minus the tax rebate 700 ringgit equals 881 ringgit 84 cents. Question number 4. Kuan Siu's chargeable income is 75,311. Each month, 300 ringgit is deducted from her salary for monthly tax deduction (PCB). However, the total PCB is insufficient for her income tax payment. How much is the income tax balance payable to IRB? So now, given chargeable income, so you straight away refer to the table 75,311. So this part, right? Okay, on the first 70,000, the tax is 4,600. So we write first. After this, we count the tax on the next balance. Chargeable income 75,311 minus 70,000, and the rate for the next balance is 21%. So equals 5,311 times 21% equals 1,115 ringgit 31 cents. Okay, got any eligible rebate or not? The salary is more than 35,000 and no zakat, so no tax rebate for this part. So we straight away count the income tax. RM 4,600 plus RM 1,115 ringgit 31 cent. So the total is RM 5,715 ringgit 31 cent. Okay, so next thing we need to calculate the total PCB deducted. So we refer to here. Each month 300 ringgit is deducted from her salary for monthly tax deduction. So in 1 year means 300 times 12 equals 3,600. Okay, so means that tax payable greater than PCB. There is insufficient tax payment. So how much insufficient? We count for it. Okay, the income tax supposed paid by Puan Siu is RM 5,715 ringgit 31 cent. And total PCB deducted for whole year is 3,600. So how much not enough? Yeah. RM 2,115 ringgit 31 cent. So Puan Siu need to pay 2,115 ringgit 31 cent to IRB. Thank you for watching. Hope you like my video and don't forget subscribe my channel and see you next time.